Again to you viewers. I will continue the reading today. Today is the reading for July the 5th. Um, I'm reading again today from the Catholic Bible. I'm reading in John chapter 8. While Jesus went out to the Mount of Olives at daybreak, he reappeared in the temple area. And when the people started coming to him, he sat down and began to teach. The scribes and the Pharisees led a woman forward who had been caught in adultery. They made her stand there in front of everyone. "Teacher," they said to him, "this woman has been caught in the act of adultery. In the law, Moses ordered such women to be stoned. What do you have to say about the case?" They were posing this question to trap him so that they could have something to accuse him of. Jesus bent down and started tracing on the ground with his finger. When they persisted in their questioning, he straightened up and said to them, "Let the man among you who has no sin be the first to cast a stone at her." A second time he bent down and wrote on the ground. Then the audience drifted away one by one, beginning with the elders. This left him alone with the woman, who continued to stand there before him. Jesus finally straightened up and said to her, "Woman, where did they all disappear to? Has no one condemned you?" "No one, sir," she answered. Jesus said, "Nor do I condemn you. You may go, but from now on, avoid this sin." Jesus spoke to them once again. "I am the light of the world. No follower of mine shall ever walk in darkness. No, he shall possess the light of life." This caused the Pharisees to break in with, "You are your own witness. Such testimony cannot be valid." Jesus answered, "What if I am my own witness? My testimony is valid nevertheless, because I know where I came from and where I am going. You know neither the one nor the other. You pass judgment according to appearances, but I pass judgment on no man. Even if I do judge, that judgment of mine is valid. But I am not alone. I have at my side the one who sent me, the Father. It is laid down in your law that evidence given by two persons is valid. I am one of those testifying in my behalf. The Father who sent me is the other, like the other witness." They pressed him, "And where is this Father of yours?" Jesus replied, "You know neither me nor my Father. If you know me, you would know my Father also." He spoke these words while teaching at the temple treasury. Still he went unapprehended, because his hour had not yet come. Again he said to them, I am going away. You will look for me, but you will die in your sins. Where I am going, you cannot come. At this, some of the Jews began to ask, does he mean he will kill himself when he claims, where I am going, you cannot come? He went on, you belong to what is below, I belong to what is above. You belong to this world, a world which cannot hold me. That is why I said you would die in your sins. You will surely die in your sins, unless you come to believe that I am. Who are you then? They asked him. Jesus answered, what I have been telling you from the beginning, I could say much about you in condemnation. But no, I only tell the world what I have heard from him, the truthful one who sent me. They did not grasp that he was speaking to them of the Father. Jesus continued, when you lift up the Son of Man, you will come to realize that I am, and that I do nothing by myself. I say only what the Father has taught me and led me. The one who sent me is with me. He has not deserted me, since I always do what pleases him. That's referring to the Father. Because he spoke this way, many came to believe in him. Jesus then went on to say to those Jews who believed in him, if you live according to my teaching, you are truly my disciples. Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free. We are descendants of Abraham, was their answer. Never have we been slaves to anyone. What do you mean by saying you will be free? Jesus answered them, I give you my assurance, everyone who lives in sin is the slave of sin. No slave has a permanent place in the family, but the Son has a place there forever. That is why, if the Son frees you, you will really be free. I realize you are of Abraham's stock. Nonetheless, you are trying to kill me, because my word finds no hearing among you. I tell you what I have seen in the Father's presence. You do what you have heard from your father. They retorted, our father is Abraham. Jesus told them, if you were Abraham's children, you would be following Abraham's example. The fact is, you are trying to kill me, a man who has told you the truth, which I have heard from God. Abraham did nothing like that. Indeed, you are doing your father's works upon the earth. They cried, We are no illegitimate breed. We have but one Father, and that is God himself. Jesus answered, Were God your Father, you would love me, for I came forth from God, and am here. I did not come of my own will, it was he who sent me. Why do you not understand what I say? It is because you cannot bear to hear my word. The father you spring from is the devil, and willingly you carry out his wishes. He brought death to man from the beginning, and he never based himself on truth. The truth is not in him. Lying speech is his native tongue. He is a liar and the father of lies. But because I deal in the truth, you give me no credence. Can any one of you convict me of sin? If I am telling the truth, why do you not believe me? Whoever is of God hears every word God speaks. The reason you do not hear is that you are not of God. The Jews answered, Are we not right, after all, in saying, You are a Samaritan, and possesses besides, and possessed? Besides, Jesus replied, I am not possessed. However, I revere my Father, while you fail to respect me. I seek no glory for myself. There is one who seeks it, and it is he who judges. I solemnly assure you, if a man is true to my word, he shall never see death. Now we are sure you are possessed, the Jews retorted. Abraham is dead, the prophets are dead, yet you claim, a man shall never know death if he keeps my word. Surely you do not pretend to be greater than our father Abraham, who died, or the prophets who died. Whom do you make yourself out to be? Jesus answered, If I glorify myself, that glory comes to nothing. He who gives me glory is the Father, the very one you claim for your God, even though you do not know him. But I know him. Were I to say I do not know him, I would be no better than you, a liar. Yes, I know him well, and I keep his word. Your father Abraham rejoiced that he might see my day. He saw it and was glad. At this the Jews objected. You are not yet 50. How can you have seen Abraham? Jesus answered them, I solemnly declare it, before Abraham came to be, I am. At that they picked up rocks to throw at Jesus, but he hid himself and slipped out of the temple area.